Well, it all started somewhere, didn't it? Mine was possibly Space Armada, as that was, or Space Invaders. The Intellivision, yeah, the big rival to the Atari 2600. It might have actually started there with me. It might have started with this turbo dashboard. It might well have been this Star Force. But that's for another video perhaps. But the Intellivision then, oh my word. This is over 40 years old, the size of this box. Righto, there they are, handsome bunch. Yeah, this box is obviously old, it's knackered, it goes without saying, there's a bit of tape on it. But yeah, it's old. Find one in amazing condition, a box, I'll be surprised. The unit itself, there you go, I'm sure you're kind of familiar with it. These very strange control pads where you put a little slip in there. It seems very odd these days compared to like a joystick or something, but at the time it might have been all you knew. So yeah, Intellivision then, pickups and collection. 10 games here, probably more than I thought it was going to be. It only takes me to about 27, 28 games. That's more or less all I want, to be honest. Possibly a couple of others, but some Intellivision games go for a couple £100 each, and I'm not that keen on them. Obviously, it goes without saying, this is like end of the 70s, early 80s, early to mid 80s. These games are very basic. I'm sure you know that. If you know the Atari 2600, they're pretty much the same thing, most of these. Anyhow, yeah, 10 games to show you them. This in the background then, Intellivision Lives, which is there of course for the PS2. Would like the GameCube version actually. Something's any different, to be honest. I've played some games on the PS2, the Intellivision games that way, because although I've got the Intellivision, it works. I do have a TV, you can play games through it. The screen's not great. I'll show you a bit later on with a gameplay of a small gameplay of something. I'm trying to get this video to go on too long, so grab a drink if you need to, and here we go. First up then, a sealed game, 40-year-old sealed game, Space Hawk. This was the classic look of most games, and they were all colour coded as well, by the way. So this is kind of a roundabout space shooter of sorts. Never played it, to be honest. Well, not this, obviously on that either. There are better space games available for the Intellivision, but sealed game for about £12. You can get quite a few sealed games still. Next up then was the, I don't know if it's like a revamped look or whatever it was, but these next 3 games, slightly different look compared to this one. This is as basic as it gets, by the way. Pinball. Can't get much basic than that. It's not a bad game as such. Oh, I didn't show you, did I? No, I can't show you on that one. I'll show you on a different game. Don't know what I'm saying. So this, everything's inside the box. It's not a gatefold sleeve, whereas that's a gatefold sleeve. Yeah, pinball. So in the box, that's the cartridge. Inlays in there. Some games didn't actually have inlays, so I'm not sure. Oh yeah, instruction booklet. And this is the little inlay I was telling you about. So that slots in there, and away you go. Yeah, pinball then, very basic, but Yeah, that's not a bad game. Alright, next up then, this wasn't too bad actually priced, a few quid, about £10. Motocross. This is the isometric view, and it's pretty sluggish to be honest, but not a terrible game by any means. I won't show you inside, they're all the same, so we'll just crack on. This one I was pleased to get, and this cost me about £22–25 I reckon. Bump and Jump. It's kind of like a action fighter, that sort of game. Screen scrolls up, your car goes up the screen as the roads come down rather, and you crash things and jump over things. As you can probably just about see from the screenshot about there. So that's about it really on that one. Quite nice artwork. I do find for Intellivision games, or even games from the era, some of the artwork was phenomenal, brilliant stuff. Okay, this one, this is a different sort of box again, a Magic label. This one then, Whitewater. This looked quite interesting. I saw some gameplay of it. It's kind of a bit of a tubing, but you're going up the screen, as you can see from the first screenshot. You're right up the screen. Then occasionally you land, or you go onto land, and you've got to dodge like people firing at you and pick something up. That's pretty much it to be honest, but again, this one has a box where it slides out from underneath. Again, there's the cartridge inlays. Not played it. Nice stuff. So not played this one yet. It's got the Magic video game cartridges as well. So a couple of others there might have in the collection. And the inlay instructions. Yeah, it looks alright actually. So you're right up the screen. You've got to dodge certain things as you're right up the screen, and then you've got to, when you park your canoe, you then run along and try and avoid everyone. Pick a few things up. Yeah, alright. Next up then, the one I wanted, definitely wanted this one. It's close to parallel scrolling as you probably get on your Intellivision. It's a kind of shooter of sorts. Well, it's a shooter really. Nova Blast. Quite different screens, quite a bit of graphics going on as well. See from the screens on the back there. Again, I won't show you inside the box, it's just the same as Whitewater. That's what's inside. Obviously the labels and that are different. Yeah. Won't do a gameplay of that one yet though. Next up then, finally, that's the best point, yeah. Anyway, Demon Attack. This got a plastic case around it. Got a load of these coming. I was hoping they're going to come by the time I had a chance to do this video. And not arrived yet, so any day now I've got enough to cover pretty much my whole collection. So all be in these boxes, which is great. Demon Attack then, it's actually really good. So you're a shooter, you're basically parked on the moon there, and you've got a couple of enemy flying around which you shoot, then a few more appear. And excuse me. There, occasionally you get a big boss. You can see. Again, I was going on about the cover art. Pretty good. See that right? Yeah, it's a pretty decent game, this one. Pleased to have that. I'm not sure how much I was. No. Some of these games go back to over a year since I bought them. So who knows? In fact, I think the last game I actually bought was the next one. Finally. This I've been after for a while. Missed it a couple of times, been out of bid, and then I just bought to buy it now. I've got fed up waiting for it. The Empire Strikes Back. Oh yes. I'm sure you know the Empire Strikes Back game from back then. See from the screens on the back, you just fly along, got a bunch of these fellas, and at least you can shoot them. You can harpoon them as well, I'm not sure. I've not actually played this yet. It's actually a Commodore 64 remake just come out, hasn't it? Or sort of available. So yeah, Parker Brothers, another different sort of box type if you like. Yeah, I've got some more in the collection I'll show you shortly. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, these last two then, they're expensive and they're some arcade classics, and they actually come out quite well on the Intellivision, considering. First up then, it's not actually sealed as such, but still got sealant around it. Defender. Pretty pleased to get this. This was around the £60 mark. So mad. There's no screen on the back to show you. Defender's quite basic looking. Obviously, it's the speed and the gameplay. I have loaded it up and give it a quick play. It takes a bit of getting used to that control pad. Yeah, Defender, 57 quid, 60 quid, something like that I think it was. And it's a decent conversion. I mean, say the graphics are very basic of course, but like I said, it's the speed and gameplay that make it awesome stuff. And the final one, this is it's actually I think Dutch or something else like that, this release, but obviously it plays fine. This is literally different to every other arcade conversion of this game, and it's Zaxxon. And the reason it's different, if you don't know, you sort of scroll into the screen, whereas Zaxxon of course, as you know, is the isometric, as you can see from the screen on the front. Yeah, you all know that anyway. This one's like a 3D and you fly into the screen, and it's actually quite good, and I'll show you some gameplay in a moment. But yeah, again, another one in these plastic boxes, so I've got a feeling. This cartridge, absolutely massive. Well, absolutely massive, quite big. There you go. A few different sizes and shapes, but all slotting the same. Yeah, so very pleased to get this. Doesn't show up very often, and it's not cheap, obviously. Yeah, so yeah, a couple more I wouldn't mind getting. One's a Super Cobra, but that's over £100 mark, easy. So there's a few other games that go all over that as well, but not too fussed. Anyway, I'll show you a bit of Zaxxon, then we'll do the collection vid. Okay then, excuse all the interference, but I haven't got the right TV to show this very well. It's not one of them games that features on the Intellivision Lives compilation for the PS2 and so forth. Hey, adjust your height so you get through the walls. Press up, takes you down. Hey, shot something. Yeah. Kind of 3D. Top height for that bit. Yeah, it's alright, isn't it? Yeah, okay then. So, Zaxxon. Zaxxon? It's in them. Anyway, yeah, Zaxxon. I quite like it actually. It's different and it plays quite well, so it's quite a decent addition, or a very decent addition. Oh, coffee. Right, rest of the games then. Not in any particular order, to be honest. I often do things alphabetical and stuff like that, but these aren't. So, as I said, start the first game I showed you, wherever that's gone, Space Hawk. The first Intellivision games were like gatefold, like this. So you just, there you go, look. First up then, simply called Soccer. It's okay for its time. Basically the graphics of what you see on Football Manager, isn't they? Yeah, it's alright. Next up, yeah, originally titled Skiing. This is actually almost like a forerunner to Pro Ski Simulator, them games, Codemasters. I'm not going to show you all the insides of these, by the way. Just, there you go. Alright, next up, well yes, golf. I've not played golf. I used to play golf as in real, and I played a lot of old golf games, but I've not played this golf game, so who knows. Okay, this one's actually quite good. Auto racing. Top down view and it moves along, as you can see. Yeah, pretty good graphics at the time, obviously very start of the 80s or even end of the 70s. Don't know. But yeah, I mean, I just remember playing that, and I think with me, with this controller, why not turn it around like this and all this lot when you don't need to, but when you're a few years old, I mean, that was Intellivision was handed down to me from my then brother-in-law, what, 83, 84? He got himself a rubber key Spectrum, and I eventually got the Amstrad. So I had 7 games with the Intellivision. Obviously I wasn't in a position to buy any more, not until the Amstrad days. Next up, you saw it at the start, Space Armada. Look at that graphics on that, the cover art, sorry. Brilliant. Very basic game. After about the 4th level, it's hard. But good condition too, so I want to get these plastic boxes. It's super. Next up, Astro Smash. Basically a blend of Space Invaders and asteroids. On the ground there, as you can see, and everything comes down at you. Shoot the asteroids, get points. You get missiles, homing missiles come down and bombs come down. Shoot all them, don't let them hit the ground. The asteroids can hit the ground, but you lose points. Every so often, when you reach a certain target of points, the screen changes colour to some very funky colours. Next up, Star Strike. And this basically is a bit like the old Death Star trench run of sorts. A different box, almost a promo or whatever it was, I'm not sure. It's a version I have, and it's alright. It moves along quite nicely. Get inside again, didn't I? Have the moon eventually come into view, so you've got to survive so long, basically. It's alright. As you can see, the sports ones are light blue, and the spacey, arcadey, dark blue. Then we've got some ones from CBS label. Ladybug. This is not really played it, to be honest. There's quite a lot going on. It's Pac-Man-ish. You collect all the things. You've got to avoid bugs or stuff like that. And the doors open and shut. I think you control the doors, the gates, and open and shut. I don't know. Not really played it. I was looking at the gameplay and I thought, I'm going to get on with that. Good graphics again on the cover art. Next up is an arcade classic. It comes out really well in Intellivision. Donkey Kong. Got this for less than £10, which actually quite surprised me. So it looks quite basic, but then it was never amazed on the graphics anyway, was it? It's gameplay. Good stuff. And last of the blues. This has got lovely cover art. Mission X. Basically like a vertical scrolling shooter and a bombing run. So kind of River Raid-ish in a way, if you like. There we go, inside of the box again. Yeah, really that artwork's brilliant, isn't it? Super stuff. Okay, and then we move on to the red boxes. First up then, not really played this one. It's the one after I've actually played. It's sort of similar-ish. Right, okay, yeah, Sea Battle. So, Battle on High Seas, deploy fleets of ships, lay mines, strategy and skill on the line. Go and capture the home base, your opponent's home base. There you go. Yeah, Sea Battle. I think this comes as part of a little bundle I bought, just for a couple of other games. Yeah, as you can see, these are red. Not sure why they're red. This one I've played. I used to play it really well. Played it quite a lot. I was quite good at it, rather. Sub Hunt. So you've got 4 lots of ships, or a load of ships coming at you, and you reach them. When you reach them, you go to a periscope view, and you've got to avoid that. You've got to try and torpedo them basically, the ships. Again, really nice artwork. Decent game, I just can't get on with these games anymore. Something. Inside again. Next up, another one I used to be really good at. I know I say it a lot, but I don't know. Just can't get on these games so well anymore. Space Battle. This is good. So you get a couple of screens. Protect the mothership from aliens invading. So they invade you on this one. When you come in contact, you get to a, well, not really a 3D view, but and you aim your cursors and try and destroy the ships. Pretty fast moving. Kind of like the Cylons in Battlestar Galactica, but yeah, good game this one. Okay, another one that's actually quite decent. Rock and Chase, another Pac-Man-ish type. This one you have as you can see from the back there. Again, you've got the cops chasing you, you're grabbing all the money, and there are gates which open and shut as well. But yeah, good fun. And this one got up in price quite a bit actually, and I got it a good few years ago now, quite cheap, so I'm pleased with that. Shark. Sounds a bit I don't know. Basically you start off as a fish and you've got to eat little fish around you. You can't eat the bigger fish until you're bigger. You just got to grow in size. When you're big enough, you can't take on the shark, he'll still kill you. You can nip his fins to help you grow, and that is basically it. That's all the game. But these go for a lot of money now. It's one without the instructions. I know one without the instructions. Shark. Yeah. Okay, another sealed game. 40-year-old sealed game. Yeah, brilliantness. Night Stalker. Easily one of my favourite games. I play it for the Intellivision anyway. You're in a maze. Bunch of bad stuff in the maze with you. Can't escape. You just got to survive. So there's always a robot around. Always a spider around. And you start with bats. When you destroy enough bats, you get extra robots. And the robots shoot it to you. The bats and spiders poison you. You have so many lives. You have so many bullets in your gun. You've got to find your gun. Awesome. Awesome. Quite atmospheric for its time. Alright, you join me a Night Stalker. Look at that little man running around. As you can see on the screen, there's a bat in the corner, 2 robots and a spider. And basically, it's survival. So you get a gun with 6 bullets, that's all you get. The bats can poison you, the spider can poison you, and the robots shoot. Be careful with your bullets, of course. First robot, which is the greyish one, he's not very bright, but he'll shoot at you. The light blue one will follow you. You might have bullets, your gun will appear somewhere in the maze. You've got to go find it. And there's 4 different types of robots, and the next couple have shields, so take a few more hits to destroy it. And that's basically all the game, to be honest, but it can get quite intense in places. So there's the gun. Luckily all the robots are over there, so I've got a chance to go get it. Have some of that. Right, nearly there. There's 2 of these games for Intellivision. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. The second one's got a second title, so I forget what it is. I won't lie, I've not really played it. So can't tell you too much about it, but it's a pretty good condition. So when these plastic boxes come through, even better. Yeah. Go again. And finally, another decent conversion. Frogger. Frogger's pretty basic, so you should be able to get a decent conversion even on old machines like this. Yeah, this was quite cheap as well, less than £10, which quite surprised me actually. Yeah, Frogger. there we are. Not a big collection, but that's pretty much all I want. Like I said earlier, a couple of games I wouldn't mind, but I'm not fussed if I don't ever get them. Yeah, maybe maybe a video or two regarding the likes of these coming up. I've got other ones too actually, so who knows. So there you go. Quite pleased with that collection, to be honest. Thanks for watching. I'll if you recommend any Intellivision games, let me know in the comments. If not, then thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.